I have a very special announcement. Starting next week, I'm going to take an entirely different approach here on the Final Wager. Welcome, I'm Keith Williams. Instead of breaking down the math and going through the rational steps of what one player is going to do and what another player is going to do, giving you the actual tools you might need on stage when you're a contestant, I'm just going to sit here and pray. I say that almost entirely in jest, but last night's Jeopardy was preempted by a special 1-hour edition of World News Tonight on ABC. I know it happened here in New York and elsewhere, so the episode didn't go up until 2:05, and even then it was a few minutes late. I stayed up, I watched it. I don't know why, but first of all, there's really no reason to preempt Jeopardy for helicopter shots of cars and people just hypothesizing off the cuff what might have happened and who these people might be. I don't know. It's a questionable programming decision in my opinion. Of course, it's not to denigrate any of the victims or their families, but that's why the numbers are a little late. We got Joyce, our two-time champ, in first with 12,000, Brad 11,400, and Nicole in third, 5,600. This is going to be an interesting situation. So if Brad doubles up, he's going to have a 22,800. So to cover him, Joyce is going to have to wager 10,801. Remember, I saved the dollar changes for the end. That's going to be important tonight. She's wrong with that amount. She's going to be left with 1,200. So to stay above that, Nicole can wager up to 4,400. And Brad can wager up to 10,200. And now Nicole's in a weird spot, because if she doubles up, she's going to have 11,200. Brad could wager up to 200 to stay above her, and Joyce, if she wants to, could wager at most 800. Nicole is kind of screwed if Brad goes for this small amount, or if Joyce goes for that small amount. But the thing is, Brad can't cover Joyce with a $200 wager, so he's not technically in a Shor's conjecture situation. But this is where the mind games start to come into play. So if Nicole, well, let's start with Brad. Joyce and Brad are so close that Joyce should either go for the lockout or something smaller. If Brad goes for this 10,200, then he'll have 21,600. Joyce would need to wager 9,600. So I guess I'd put that here, but I'm not really concerned about it all that much. If she gets it wrong with that, she'll be left with 2,400. So, we just keep subtracting 600, so 9,000 at most. I'd consider capping it there. But if Brad goes for this 200 amount, he's going to have 11,600. So Joyce could conceivably wager up to 400. Brad, to cover that, would have to wager at least, whatever that difference is, 600 plus 400, 1,000. Now, Nicole, if she goes for this 4,400 amount, she's going to have 10,000 even, so Brad would want to cap his wager at 1,400. It's conceivable that if Brad's going to go for this 1,000, Nicole might want to wager everything, or at least, what would that be, 10,400, so 4,800, but that put Nicole out of contention anyway, so 5,600 is good by me. Alright, last but not least, we can go with these zero cover wagers. Joyce and Brad are separated by 600. So double that would be 1,200 here. And I don't see anything else that'll work there. Brad leads Nicole by 5,800, so I would cap his wager at 5,800 here. And I don't really know what he should do at a minimum. That's really all I can see, because Nicole can't cover anyone because she doesn't have half of Brad's total. Now, one of the reasons that I put these into columns like this is because there are no ties, it makes it very easy for me to go back and say, okay, add a dollar on the left side to the minimum wagers to make sure you cover a double up or a mind games wager, and then subtract a dollar from the right column. Now, I thought when I watched this that Joyce had seen that 800 amount and actually wanted to wager $7.99 so as to stay above Nicole. But it's also conceivable that she wanted to wager $10,800 won, which would have covered Brad. So maybe that cost her $10,000, or maybe it was just a mistake of adding a dollar when she should have subtracted it. I don't know. Either way, she is the winner. Brad had a nice 5,000 wager. That still puts the onus on Nicole to get it right and wager something. But he would have won had he responded correctly, and that's the risk that you take by wagering small from first. On the upside, obviously, if second place misses, then you're going to win. Well, unless you wager small, or had Joyce missed and Nicole got it right still, Nicole would have won by a dollar, so that would have been a costly mistake. But Joyce has now won 3 games, and she is our first member of the Tournament of Champions 2016 or 2017 pool, whatever that is, whenever that's going to take. I hope it'll take next October. That'd be fun to get back on a regular annual schedule. And not a huge total, but it's 3 wins. Not a lot of people in Jeopardy history can say they've done that. And tomorrow's a new day. Well, I guess it's today now. Is a new day, and we'll see if she can make it 4 and further solidify her spot on the leaderboard. She's still going to be ranked first because she's the only one on there. Anyway, I'm going to go genuflect now, and I'm going to watch tonight's episode, really, and see what happens. And I hope he'll join me momentarily on the final wager.